Hey guys, appreciate you all coming and watching this video, especially if you're starting in photography. I'm self-taught, well, not self-taught. I was taught by other photographers here on YouTube and just by practicing. In the end, this is something that you have to continue to practice. You won't be able to get the first time. If you're feeling discouraged because sometimes your pictures don't come out right, that still happens even after so many years of working in this, in this context. But just keep practicing. And today I just want to talk to you guys a little bit about how you can get good pictures when it comes to using natural lighting. And I know sometimes many of us don't have those flash photography, so we look at a photographer who goes out on the city and takes pictures, and we're like, man, I have to look at those pictures. You compare them to you, which is bad already, because you shouldn't be comparing. And in the sense that especially you shouldn't be comparing your moment of beginnings to someone's 10, 15, 20 years of experience, right? Those comparisons aren't good. But I do want to tell you that you can use natural lighting. You just have to know how to use it. So if you have a day where it's overcast, where the clouds are covering the sun, that's the best type of lighting. Why? Because it'll be even and it'll be soft lighting. So you won't have harsh shadows. If you have no clouds and you just have the straight up, just the sun on somebody, depending on where you position it them, or especially depending where the sun is at, you'll have like these raccoon eyes, what they call them, because you'll have shadows here, you'll have shadows because of the nose, and it's just not pleasing to the eye, especially when you want to post or when you want to give them to if you're working with clients or if you're just working with somebody who you want to have fun with, right? Taking pictures. Look for times in the day where it's overcast, where the clouds are covering the sun, so you get that soft light and you avoid those harsh shadows. Number two, if you don't have the clouds, that doesn't mean you can't take pictures. Now you just have to figure out a place where you have like shadows all over, where it's kind of dark, where the sun isn't hitting. So this could be in between buildings. This could be in small spots where there's like no sun. Now, I do portrait photography. That's my main thing, as you can notice on my channel, and video and film. But when it comes to portrait, people are in it. Well, just one person. I'm trying to get better when it comes to two or more people. But portrait photography, when it's one person, sometimes you don't need that much of the city or too much of the background. So even small places where you find that there's shadows and the sun isn't hitting, you can get good shots. Like there's some shots here that I'm showing you now where I was able to get where there's no direct sunlight. And so you can get decent shots because you're closer up to the person. Just make sure the sun isn't hitting them directly. And you can find many places like this around the city, around town. So this is a shoot that I did in town with my cousin. By the way, you can always ask family members to help you out, and you'll have fun. They get free pictures and you get practice. And so look for those places together, right? Always use your viewfinder. Put the camera to, I learned this from Manny Ortiz, photographer. You can just put your viewfinder in your eye and you can look at different spots through there, and that'll give you a preview of how the picture will look like, and you can see the lighting, right? Instead of just trying to like guess it. But obviously go in alleys, go in parking lots, go or in places where the sun is being blocked. Now, if you have the clouds, take advantage of that. Sometimes you live in spots like out here in Utah, you get all 4 seasons in one day. So we had an overcast for a moment, and I took advantage. So I took a picture like this one, where it was still a little bit harsh, but it was more even because the clouds were covering the sun. And so this type of shot is possible. So take advantage of that. You could be out in the sun in different places, and the lighting is a little bit more even and it's not as harsh. But once the sun comes back out, go to different places and you'll be able to get something decent, something great that'll be pleasing to the eye, and that it won't be as hard to work in post edit. Because when you go to post edit, when you go to edit, you won't have to be dealing with the huge highlights and the harsh shadows within the same picture, and it just becomes messy. So in order to help yourself when you're editing, get the picture at the beginning, at the moment, with as much as the best lighting possible, as even as it can be in your picture. Well, I hope this helped you guys a little bit, and I appreciate you guys coming in the channel. I'll be posting once a week and shorts here and there. And again, thank you guys so much for joining in. Peace.